basketball game. Chicago staying in it. Natasha Cloud. And right before the break, this was the scene inside Wintrust Arena. After Natasha Cloud got that bucket, she wanted her voice heard. We have talked about the conversations surrounding the W. That is Ernest Kanter in the building today. And he has voiced how he's felt about the situation. Natasha Cloud voicing her opinion as well. Kanter was just escorted out.
Okay, so why was he escorted out of the building? I really don't understand. She came at him. I guess he was wearing a T-shirt. What's the T-shirt? I think it's a Matt Walsh T-shirt that a female is an adult, a woman is an adult human female, I believe is what his T-shirt said, if I recall correctly. I don't understand why he was escorted out, except that a WNBA basketball player got upset that he was in the building. This from a league that still won't define and refuses to define what a woman is. I do not care about the WNBA. I know it seems like it as of late, except for this reason. I think it's ground zero for the cultural battle when it comes to trans issues. I really do believe it is. I believe that it will die with the WNBA. And I believe they're holding on to it with all of their might because they are a clique. And they are a clique and they have a platform, albeit not that big, but it's gotten much bigger since Caitlin Clark has joined the league. And it's not what she wants to make the league about basketball. Sophie Cunningham wants to make the league about women's basketball. But you have a bunch of woke social justice warriors that are in a clique and they happen to play basketball when they go hang out with their cliquey friends. And their cliquey friends are leftists. They're social justice warriors. They're part of the LGBT whatever community. And that's their respite. And now they've got this newfound fame and it's inviting in people that don't think like them. People that are more interested in their skill, their merit, as opposed to how they look, who they date. Nobody cares about that stuff. It's pretty amazing. And Ernest Kanter is calling their bluff. I still hear people opining on Ernest Kanter and Royce White talking about, oh man, they're faking it. They're doing this, they're doing that. They're just doing this for attention. I don't think so. I don't think they need the attention. I believe these guys are genuinely trying to help these ladies be able to define what a woman is in order to save their league. I'm not sure that this league can sustain. They got the golden egg, the goose with the golden egg, and Caitlin Clark. They can't stand her. Sophie Cunningham, they can't stand. Sophie Cunningham is playing this so well. She's just being Sophie Cunningham, but she's also piggybacking off the fame of Caitlin Clark. She realized Caitlin Clark is the star. She's the star. But Sophie Cunningham, her game, from what I understand, I haven't watched, admittedly, her game has gotten better. Her 3-point shot has gotten better. Obviously, she's kind of a niche player now that a lot of fans like. Not that she's necessarily political, but she's saying, hey, I want the WNBA to be the WNBA. I want the W to stand for something. This is the Women's National Basketball Association. And they can't take it because I believe that this is a clique. This is a Democrat stronghold and they don't want to lose it. They don't want to lose California. That's why they want illegals there. They don't want to lose the WNBA because they feel like if it's just about women and if it's just about women playing ball, they lose their niche. They lose their social justice calling, if you will. It's the weirdest thing ever. So Ernest Kanter is really trying to save these people. And now he's kicked out of a WNBA game because these people won't define what a woman is. I mean, this is absolutely crazy. This is, This is a coach over the weekend, one of the WNBA coaches. This is cut number 5. Her name is Cheryl Reeve. I have no idea who she's the coach of. I think she's the smug one that was wearing the T-shirt on supporting the mutilation of children. I could be wrong, but I believe this is who she is. Let's play cut number 5, please, Kate.
Games you guys have been at, this issue around, trans participation in sports continues to follow this league. Do you have any new thoughts on how it continues to be a topic?
I don't want to give them any more oxygen that they deserve. We know, I've said this before, transgender kids belong. And I think, as we're seeing sort of politically in this country, they found a talking point that people are buying into. And the only thing I ask is that people educate themselves further on these issues and what we're capable of doing when we work on something together, and that something is not used as simply rhetoric to marginalize a community that does not deserve marginalization.
She thinks she sounds smart. She's asking people with common sense. This lady is a coach in the WNBA. She's asking people with common sense to educate themselves. Everybody knows that boys have a penis and girls have a vagina, except people in the WNBA. This is crazy. Trans kids belong. What is a trans kid? An adult brain, a human brain, isn't even fully developed until mid-20s or so? And you want children to make lifelong decisions that'll destroy their body, that'll destroy them mentally? No talk of all of the people that underwent these surgeries or began puberty blockers and so on, et cetera, that are now like Chloe Cole, that are now like, hey, these people screwed me up, that want to reverse the damage that has been done to them by adults that they trusted. And this lady has the nerve. I don't want to give them any oxygen. You're giving them oxygen, thankfully, because you keep making stupid comments like this. If they would just say, this is a women's basketball league. This is the Women's National Basketball Association, period. Done. Point blank. That's it. Well, I'm not discussing all this other stuff. You want to talk to me about how my girls are playing on the court? Let's talk about that. Done. But she just proved they're a clique. They're more about the social justice aspects of the WNBA than they are about the sport itself, or promoting the social justice aspects, or getting you to bow down to their truth, a subjective truth, a delusional truth that boys can be girls and girls can be boys. What craziness. She didn't believe that growing up. She probably didn't believe that nonsense until she went to college. Absolutely insane. Let's go to cut number 7. Cut number 7, please.
What is a woman?
Being a woman
Is not so black and white, and size doesn't matter.
that's our motto.
Okay. What does being a woman mean to you?
Buckets.
Buckets. Apparently us.
Oh, man. The league deserves this. I seriously hope, for the sake of women's sports, that the WNBA goes bankrupt. I wanted to see Caitlin Clark succeed. I wanted to see the women that really wanted to just play ball succeed. But it's obvious that these people are just a political organization subsidized by the WNBA. People are looking at and are curious about. I heard a sports journalist say that the reason why the WNBA has become so popular is, for one, the bifurcation of media, meaning, okay, now if some other sport is playing, you don't have to miss a WNBA game. You can catch it on a live stream somewhere, one of these other channels or whatever it may be. because women are being allowed to be their authentic selves. Sports fans don't care if you're being your authentic self. Sports fans care if you can ball. And then social media. No. There's two reasons, in my opinion, why the WNBA got the ratings, or the ratings started to skyrocket, and now they're reaping the benefits of, bigger paychecks and being able to fly on charter planes now. Caitlin Clark. It's as simple as that. And perhaps betting now. I think more eyes on it because people are making some of these bets. I wanted to play one more for you, but we won't. I'll just say this. Ernest Kanter pushed back after he was told he wasn't allowed to play in the WNBA because he's not a woman. All right. So they've been told they're not allowed to play in the WNBA. Why? See, the WNBA would say because they're saying they're making a mockery of it. No, you're making a mockery of womanhood. He says, listen, Article 13, Section 1 says if you identify as a woman, then you are allowed to play. I identify as a woman. So, yes, I can play. He should sue them. These people should be forced to have to admit that they're actually a women's league.
The flood of people, at least 10 million illegals, have poured into this country.
Has the American dream disappeared, or is it waiting to be rebuilt? This weekend, the America 250 film series presents Return of Our American Dream. Hear the stories that confront decline, restore hope, and call Americans back to opportunity, work, family, and freedom. Saturday and Sunday at 7 p.m. Eastern on Salem News Channel.